William, it's a time of year to be merry and bright.
You know what else it's time for?
For what?
Another episode of Garden Time. Welcome to Garden Time, and welcome to Garden Gallery Ironworks, where we are here celebrating their holiday open house event.
You know, the store is just so beautifully decorated with Christmas gift items. There's signs, there's wreaths, and you get 25% off of all your purchases. And I'll be talking with Don Sprague about all the events happening today.
But also coming up on the show today, we are going to be talking about fall bird care.
But coming up first, winter tree care. We're going into the stormy time of the year, so it really is the time to look at the trees around your home. I'm with Logan from Bartlett Tree Experts, and really, what should we be looking at those trees?
Well, we want to start from the ground up. So we want to assess the root system. We want to make sure that there's a visible root collar, and then move up the trunk and look for any defects in the trunk. And then up into the canopy of the tree and look for dead branches, hanging branches, maybe branch defects, which we can go over in a little bit, or if there's been a history of branch failures in the tree. For instance, like this maple behind us. Mm-hmm. It's lost several large branches due to decay and from windstorms that have moved through.
So what should we do if that was in our yard? What should we do about that tree?
Well, we would definitely want to take a little closer look
Sure.
at it and determine whether this is a tree that we would want to save or not. So one of the options is always removal, but the other option is to prune the tree, remove some of those hazardous branches, reduce the length of some of the longest overextended branches, and possibly install some cables.
Ah, really? So that would make it safe for your neighbors, for your home, for your family.
Exactly, yes.
And I know that you have some other samples in another part of this area here, so let's go look at those.
All right,
okay.
let's.
Now, Logan, this one has like a split trunk, so should we be worried about it?
Yes, this is a tree that would warrant further investigation. So you do want your arborist to look at this tree. So a lot of times when we do have these large codominant leaders, they're not as strongly attached as a traditional U-shaped branch connection would be, with interlocking layers of branch and trunk and branch and trunk. This has just two trunks pressed up against each other, and actually this one is growing bark on the inside of that attachment, so they are just kind of pressed right up there.
Well, this one is in the middle of a field, so really
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't have to worry so much. If it does cleave apart, it's not going to fall in a house, so we can just
Exactly.
kind of monitor it.
Yes, but this would be a good one if it was next to your house to subordinate one of the codominant leaders, mm-hmm. and possibly install a cable support system in the top of the canopy.
And then the one next to it has a lot of dead wood, so
Mm-hmm.
really we should go in there, have you come in and go in there and cut off those dead limbs.
Yeah, this tree does have a lot of large, low dead branches, and dead branches can break out, and there's even some broken and hanging branches in there as well.
And then one of the trunks have like growths on it, and what do you call those growths?
Yeah, so one of the trees that we're going to go look at is a tree that has red ring rot conchs. So these are conchs that do indicate that there is decay in the tree. So that is also something that should be assessed by your arborist.
And then another one, there's a fir tree, and if you didn't know it was a fir, but there's no leaves on it, so mm-hmm. really a lot's gone on with that one.
Yeah. So dead trees do have the possibility of being wind thrown. So if it's recently dead, might not be as big of a deal, but dead trees probably should be removed.
Now, you've covered a lot of things on this segment now, but if we forget all of them, is there kind of a cheat sheet on the website?
Yes, on our website, we do have a PDF of identifying hazardous trees.
That would really help us all. So if you want to go to the Garden Time website, we do have a link to that PDF, and then you can go to the Bartlett website and maybe give them a call and have your trees assessed. Mm-hmm. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Your center for home and garden decor, Garden Gallery Ironworks has everything you need to make your home a showcase. For the inside, we have a great selection of Kelly Ray Roberts items, and our farmhouse style department is full of one-of-a-kind gifts. For the outside, we have arbors, trellises, planting beds, and garden decor. Everything to make your neighbors jealous. Check out our new website and then come visit us in Hubbard. Garden Gallery Ironworks.
Next September, join Garden Time as we tour gardens in Italy, the French Riviera, and Provence. We'll see the stunning villas and gardens of Verona and Lake Como, including Isola Bella on Lake Maggiore. Then we travel to the French Riviera to see the Hanbury Botanic Gardens and the amazing Rothschild Villa and Garden. Our next stop in Provence will include visits and tours of private and public gardens in the French countryside. You'll also enjoy colorful Provençal markets, wine tasting, and Roman ruins. We end our tour back in Nice with its incredible old city and flower market. But don't worry, we'll have plenty of time for enjoying traditional dining in cafes and bistros. We'll stay in luxury hotels with 23 of your meals and private coach transportation included. Mark your calendar for this incredible tour, then sign up to join us. And if you book now, you could save up to $250 per person. Go to the Garden Time website and click on the tours link for all the details. And we'll see you in Europe.
Well, I am standing here with Steve from ProGrass. And Steve, we've talked to you before on several things. And at this time of year, we think about our garden and our homes getting ready for winter, but we seldom really think about the sprinkler systems. So what should we be thinking about?
Yeah, well, sprinkler systems are expensive, and it's really critical that you maintain them properly and protect them from winter freezing. One of the most important parts is that you cannot get water out of a system without pressure. Simply draining it is not effective.
Right.
Modern heads have check valves at the base that prevent the water from draining out. It keeps the head full unless you put water through the head to push the water out.
And see, I have to tell you, I always think freezing problems with pipes. I don't think of the head itself, but that's a real problem, isn't it?
In very cold climates you would, but in our climate, most of the freezing is going to occur in the top few inches, which will basically rupture this and split the head. So you need to keep these dry.
Okay.
Not the pipes down below don't matter as much. So again, pressurized air is critical.
And just draining it alone doesn't work.
No.
Why? Because of gravity? What does that do?
Systems have a vacuum, so when you open the drain, the water cannot drain through because it's stuck in there. Also, there could be 100 gallons in your system, and your valve box can't even have the capacity for that. So
And
you need to push that water out.
So then what you're saying is, because I do turn my valve off each fall, late fall, early winter, but that's not enough.
That doesn't do anything. All it does is stop the flow, but it doesn't prevent any it has no protection at all.
Okay, well now we're going to run over here to Travis, and Travis, you're actually going to be applying the pressure to the system, aren't you?
Right, so we're going to go down to the backflow here, and we're going to shut off the main water supply, hook up our hose, and then hook our air compressor up and blow the water out of the line. You'll get 99% of the water out of the system with using the air compressor.
All right, we'll let you do that. So I got to say, Steve, that the amount of water that was blown out of the system, I would have never thought that much water was in a sprinkler system, yet there it was. So that was amazing.
Yeah, irrigation systems have a lot of water in it, and now that the system is put to bed, it's going to be safe.
Wonderful. Now, also tell me what I'm holding here.
This is limestone, and limestone basically is known to adjust pH, and the purpose of that is to allow the soil to free up nutrients that are locked up that can't be available for the grass to use.
Okay, so then if that's what a lot of us use on our lawns, which I know it is, what is this?
Well, this is a blend of product that includes not only the limestone, but also fertilizer. Sometimes people get confused with lime, thinking that it's going to add something to the soil, when really all it's doing is allowing what's in it to become available, but it doesn't add anything to it. So this product that we apply does both. It'll fertilize the lawn so that it has a longer term color and health. So in the winter it has good root development, but it also allows the soil pH to be adjusted and become less acidic so that the nutrients that are there can also be used.
Well, and that makes a lot of sense. And then also in your hands, you have a tool that you tell me that you use a lot, but tell me why for us working at our lawns that you don't really need to know that.
Yeah, I generally don't recommend the use of a handheld pH meter because we know our soils are acidic every winter. We just know that, it's a fact. So getting this little bit of information really doesn't give you as much data as you need to determine much, other than that you do need to apply lime. So don't waste your money with these. It's better to just make sure that every year you're applying the proper amount of lime to your lawn.
Well, there you have it. You know, all of us want our home to be safe in the winter. We want our gardens to look good, and we want to take all the money we've invested in those things to come out nice in the spring. So for more information, you can go to gardentime.tv. We're going to click you over to the ProGrass website, and you can ask them your questions and have them come out and help. Thanks a lot, Steve.
Thanks.
I am at Garden Gallery Ironworks in Hubbard with Don Sprague. And Don, today is your annual holiday open house, and that's a fun day. But we're going to talk about this really cool item right here, enamelware. Looks like it's coming back again.
Enamelware has been very, very popular. It's a great gift item.
Oh, nice.
Item for Christmas, you know, and to all the holiday parties that you're attending, it's a great little hostess gift to take. It's just been really, really popular, and we've got a full collection of anything that you could want from days gone by of enamelware.
It's really kind of sentimental because maybe great-grandma had it, or
Yep.
you know, your family had it, and that farm style is just really popular.
It's very, very popular.
And I see over here that you have the tinware too, and that's a really kind of a sentimental look too.
The tinware has been very popular, and there's all sorts of it. There's big pieces, there's small pieces. You know, the little seed and planters are being put in lots of these little containers, and Jeff was just telling me that the younger generation is now, what do they call it?
They're really into plant parenting, right? They love plants,
Well,
and just like their little babies.
And if you want to be a plant parent, we got lots of these plants and lots of tin to put them in.
That is cool. And then I noticed that you have that corrugated metal too, and I remember those wonderful raised beds. So do you still have those?
The raised beds are going great, and we're ready for spring right now. And we've added a couple new choices for you to have. There's a standard 4x4, 4x6, 2x4, 2x6.
And that's a really nice gift too. I wouldn't mind having one of those.
Yep.
But we're going to go to another part of your store and see some other beautiful things.
Oh, great! Let's do it.
All right. Don, you always have such a collection of lanterns. I just love these.
Lanterns are great this year, and we've got a huge amount of lanterns in here. And some of them are already decorated, and some of them you can just buy plain and decorate them yourself.
And what if we're not real creative? Would you help with that?
Oh, sure, we can help pick out a few things to put in it, and I think you'll go away happy.
Oh, that's great. And then I see that you have artwork with lights in it. That's really unique.
You know, we had those last year, and they were just absolutely, we sold through on them so fast, and I'm sorry that we sold out of them, but we brought in a huge inventory of them this year, so we're ready to go.
And then not just decorations for inside, I see that you have some for outdoors too. That's really cool.
We've got the snowmen, the angels, and the trees. They're all back by popular demand, and we've already been selling them, and so there's lots of choices there, and they're all lit, ready to go.
Very nice. And then today is a special day. It's your holiday open house. So what's going on today?
Oh man, today is great. And you know, the store is all decorated up with about 12 different trees, and the whole staff is just all taken apart in it this year, which is, there's a little bit of everybody's touch everywhere.
Oh, that is cool.
And we're going to have Carol's Cocktail will be back. We're going to have refreshments, and there'll be plenty of finger food, gifts throughout, drawings throughout the day for a gift. First 50 people get a free gift. Wow. So it's going to be a fun event.
Really, it's really happening all day today. You can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to their website. You get the directions and the times. You have to come out today with your friends and family and just get ready for the holidays. Don, it's so beautiful here. Thanks so much for inviting us.
Thank you.
Garden Time is brought to you by Portland Nursery, a passion for plants, a nursery for plant people.
Is your garden in need of refreshment? Hi, I'm Sarah, and there are plenty of things in bloom at Portland Nursery. Come check out our beautiful fall color to perk up your garden. At Portland Nursery, we consider fall the second season, and the gardening opportunities are endless. Establish next year's trees, replace lettuce and greens, or get a jump on onions and garlic. Portland Nursery, a passion for plants, a nursery for plant people, on 50th and Stark and 90th and Division, or at portlandnursery.com.
Standard TV and appliance Black Friday deals going on now.
Don't wait. Black Friday deals are happening all month long at Standard. Save big on a black stainless steel Samsung French door refrigerator, only $9.99. Get an Electrolux front-load washer, now only $6.84. Or a stainless steel Whirlpool dishwasher, only $3.29. Plus, get a Beauty Rest Queen mattress for only $3.49.
Hurry! Black Friday deals won't last long. Standard TV and appliance.
Extend your growing season and escape to your own garden retreat in a Solex greenhouse from the Greenhouse Catalog. There is nothing like the taste of a bright, red, juicy, homegrown tomato. The bright, warm, durable design of a Solex greenhouse provides plenty of room to nurture your plants and enjoy your passion for years. Choose from 5 Solex greenhouse models or build your own with Solex panels. For all your gardening, greenhouse, and specialty growing needs, visit greenhousecatalog.com or give us a call.
We all love to have birds in our backyards, and it's the change of the season, so what are we going to do about bringing birds into our yards? I'm with Mitch at Backyard Bird Shops in West Lynn, and so you have all the information, plus you gave me all these questions to keep me right on track. Thanks so much for the invitation out today.
Well, you're very welcome. Thanks for coming out. We're happy to have you.
Thanks. So what do we do now? It is fall, so how has it changed for us for feeding the birds?
Well, fall and winter are a colder, wetter time of year, obviously here in Oregon, in the Willamette Valley, and so birds need to, they're going to want more types of food because there's less natural food available out there for them. There are fewer insects, there are fewer flower blossoms and so forth. So we try to help them and supplement them with feeding them in our backyards.
And what kind of birds are going to be coming?
Well, there are some migratory birds that we wouldn't otherwise see. A number of sparrows, golden crown sparrows, white crown sparrows, the Oregon junco, which comes down from the mountains on autumn and winter, and they're here for that period of time to get food where they can actually access it.
And then what should we be using? Is it a different kind of seed this time of year?
Well, it's the same kind of seed that we use all year long, but black oil sunflower seed really is the hands down favorite that we like to tell customers about. And so this is a wonderful seed. It has a high oil content, has a very soft shell that small perching songbirds can crack very, very easily, and they love it. So we have some of the cleanest seed in the area. It goes through a process, a 3-step process of being clean, so it's very, very high quality. We go through a lot of it, and we also deal with our supplier directly, so we have a very good relationship with them. And that's what we say is the first and foremost one to choose.
And then you have the black seed with the shells and without.
That's correct, we do. We have something called the sunflower chips, and these are right back here. And it's out of the shell, and it's just a cleaner way to feed, and there's no mess of the shell on the, falling below feeders. Some people don't like that, and also that seed can germinate when it's in the shell, and some people don't like that as well. So we offer different options for folks with the black sunflower seed.
And then what kind of feeders do we use?
Okay, great, good question. So during the wet season and rain and snow and so forth, we want to make sure that we protect the seed, whether it's in the shell or out of the shell. So this is a wonderful feeder that has a dome over it. It's a typical tube type feeder right here, and it's built specifically for small perching songbirds, as you can see by the size of these perches. And we put black sunflower seed in there. This dome protects it from getting wetter than it would otherwise. And there's a nice tray right here with drainage holes in it that also protects or keeps the seed falling on the ground as much as possible. This is an excellent combination setup right here that we offer at all of our stores.
Very nice. Mitch, I see that you have some other type of feeders here, and what are these for?
Oh, okay. So this is what we call a tray feeder, and it has a screen and welded wire mesh on the bottom. So this is a great feeder for offering seed like millet that I talked about before and cracked corn to those ground feeding birds. So this is wonderful because it lets that water go right through and it keeps the seed as fresh and as dry as possible. You can also put a dome over this if you wanted to keep it extra dry. So highly recommend that.
I'll hold that one.
And that's made out of cedar right there.
That's nice. And what's that one?
Yeah, this is a great feeder that we've carried for many, many years, and it's a squirrel-proof feeder. So this is this is operated by weight. So once a squirrel gets on here, it closes these little ports or access to these ports, but little birds are so light with their feathers and hollow bones that they can get on there and it doesn't close that. So you can also put a little dome on here to keep it extra dry, and it's just as simple as that. And this is a great little setup for keeping the squirrels out and feeding them elsewhere in your yard, perhaps, but catering to the perching songbirds.
And I see another question on your list is about a roost feeder. No, I'm sorry.
Roost pocket.
A roost pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
And so what is that?
So this is something that we just started carrying the last couple of years, and it's really, really wonderful. And we've our customers like it for their birds as well. So really, it's a place for birds to take refuge during the inclement weather. Again, autumn, fall, and winter. When it gets really blustery, I should say, and cold and rainy, they can go into this at night if you put it in a somewhat out-of-the-way area and just take refuge from that weather. So you can literally save lives by putting little birds' lives by putting this out. And so it's a great option for them, and they come in different
and they're so cute.
natural materials. So this has a little coconut shell on it right there. So these are really, really nice and a great addition to your bird-friendly yard.
Definitely. Yeah. And then what about suet? Because I know that that's a different kind of bird maybe to feed the suet to.
Yeah, there's some crossover with suet, and so we have a lot of types of suet, and there are some seed-eating birds like chickadees and nuthatches and woodpeckers that will eat suet, but there's a lot of birds that are simply insect eaters. There are bush tits, and some woodpeckers don't prefer seed, so they will come to this. So suet is a very great for cold weather feeding. It has a high fat content to it, and this one right here, our Backyard Bird Shop brand, has insects in it, dehydrated insects, and a fat content between 80 and 98%. This is high quality, and our customers say their birds go crazy over it.
Good nutrition.
Yeah.
And then what about hummingbirds? Because we have one that stays here all winter, don't we?
We do have one that stays here all winter. It's called the Anna's hummingbird, just a very, very cute little hummingbird. And they readily come to feeders during the winter because, again, no insects or very few insects available, no flower blossoms. So if you want to have loyal birds coming to your feeder, this is really a time to invite them. And it's very, very easy with a simple sugar water mixture to have them come to your feeders. So we highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
It is, it is. Yeah. It is so much fun to have birds in our yards, even in the fall and winter. So if you have any other questions, please go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to the Backyard Bird Shop website or come into one of their stores. They're all around the Vancouver and the Portland area. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Judy.
Nice to see you.
Garden Time is brought to you by Capital Subaru, your way on the Parkway.
They had to take the car, they had to get it open with the jaws of life, take me out on a backboard, took me to a Trauma One center. I absolutely feel like the Subaru saved my life.
Well, we trust Capital. We trust our salesperson here, Jackie.
Jackie's great. I believe that she really cares about us.
She teaches me about the Subaru.
Our way on the Parkway.
Don't let the cold and wet get you this winter. Warm up to a season of heat with Grimm's Fuel. Grimm's has plenty of wood and heating oil ready to deliver to keep you warm all winter long. Stay warm and cozy with Grimm's Fuel.
Locally grown, fresh from the farm, festive and magical. Your holiday season begins at Owl's Garden and Home. Join us for our Evening of Lights. Shop Christmas ornaments from designer decorated trees, delight in poinsettias fresh from our local farm, try ice apples and other tasty treats, and enjoy savings throughout the store. Welcome the joys of the season with your whole family. Come celebrate our Evening of Lights at Owl's Garden and Home in Woodburn, Sherwood, Gresham, and Wilsonville.
I am at Sugawa Nursery today, and they're right on I-5 in Woodland, Washington with Brian. And Brian, you have the biggest selection of camellias I've seen in so long.
Yeah, well, thanks, Judy. These Sasenko camellias, they just came in off the truck. So we got a nice little display offering some color that you don't really see coming into the fall. You know, early January, February, they can last. It kind of depends on the weather what determines them to open up like that.
And these varieties will bloom probably before the first of the year.
Definitely, yeah. You can see a lot of them just fully loaded with flower buds. A lot of these are grown in California, but they're plenty hardy for this area. But they just do a better job in that area, you know, developing a better flower bud.
Well, nice. You know? And so, what is this one? I love this double pink.
A lot of them have like Japanese names, but this one is Showa no Saki. Kind of a semi-double. They can come in single flower, double flower, and actually they classify it as a semi-double. But Showa no Saki, and it has, you can kind of see a very sporadic growth habit on it. So a lot of the habit will determine the height. So if you see the vertical upright, you're probably going to know that's going to get 6 to 8 foot tall. The more loose or open, or the habit will kind of tell you 4 to 6 feet, 6 to 8 feet.
But you can prune them.
Oh, definitely. They take pruning. They're very versatile too. You know, you can see the growth, very easily trained on a trellis. Not really arbors, but probably a lot for trellises and different styles like that.
Beautiful. And so there's one on the ground that I've never seen before, that light pink.
Yeah, that it's a really, yes, Jean May. You can see it's a really pretty pink on that. Very popular here. When it first comes kind of opening up. It actually looks kind of like almost, I don't know, like a peony or something.
It does.
But very fully, the buds are just, it's always fun to watch them.
It is.
From bud to open up like that.
And I think this one's an old favorite. Which is this one?
Yuletide, probably known for, Christmas time blooming. It's Yuletide. It's been around for, ever since we had Sasenko camellias. But just a really nice, stunning red, nice true red camellia flower on there.
And I love the yellow stamens in the center. It's really pretty.
I think that really makes it cheery, I guess you'd call
Nice.
it.
And here's another one, Bonanza. That's another new one for me.
Yeah, you can see the compact, between the leaf nodes, the compactness of this. So probably going to be more 4 to 6 foot tall. They will get taller, but easily trimmed, and another nice red.
Nice.
I guess you call that red. It's kind of a dark pink.
Yeah, dark pink.
In camellias, they call it red.
Oh, okay. And then a double white, which is just so pretty. It's stunning.
Yes, I think it is. Very upright habit on this one, but you can see just loaded with flower buds, and whites do really well for the dark, dreary color of the fall and the winter. They kind of lighten up the darker areas. So they do take kind of a shaded situation, but they prefer, a little break from that 2 to 4 o'clock time. But they're just a nice plant to have for that time of year.
And this one's called Winter Snowman.
Yeah.
That's another new one.
Yep.
I want to show everybody this really nice bulletin board you hear of all the different varieties of camellias.
Well, yeah, when you want to look at camellias, such as a customer or whatever, but having everything on information side by side so you can actually take notes or say what was, you kind of forget what it looked like. So this saved a lot of walking is what it really did.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah, it worked really well.
Somebody went to a lot of trouble to give us some more information for us to take home and make the best selection for a camellia for our own gardens. And would you say this is a great time to plant?
I think it's a really great time right now.
Yeah, because they actually will put on some root growth and be ready for that beautiful springtime.
That's
also.
right, get them established before winter comes. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, if you have any camellias that you can use for your yard, this is the place to come. There's so many to choose from. You can see them. They're starting to bloom right now, so you can see them actually here. You don't have to see them in a picture. Come out and see Brian and his staff and pick out one today. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We want to thank you for watching today, and don't forget to come out to Garden Gallery Ironworks today for their holiday open house. And remember, you get 25% off all your purchases.
And if you dig gardening, please come out and enjoy this wonderful event. And we also wanted to remind you that next Saturday is our 500th episode celebration. Now it's happening at Portland Nursery on Stark Street from 10 till 2.
So for more information about all these events, please go to gardentime.tv.
Judy and I always enjoy the company of your time, so why don't we do it again next week, right here on Garden Time.
The proceeding was a paid program of the Guston Creative Group and its sponsors.